In today's episode, we travel from home in Nelspruit to Numbi Gate, onto Skukuza and Lake Panek, before returning home via Pabeni Gate. We have an awesome but emotional first sighting. Every time we have been to the Kruger National Park, we have had the pleasure of adding to our list of sighted animals, and today is no exception. Good morning guys, it's 4 o'clock in the morning and we're up, the coffee's just been made and we're going to be heading off to the Kruger shortly. But yeah, it's kind of early, not the kind of thing I would generally be doing at this time of the morning. And if you ever wonder why. So it's just a little after 4:30 in the morning and we're heading off. It's the 22nd of January. And the weather is expected to be a little bit overcast and drizzly, so we're hoping for some good sightings.
When you reach Hayesview, you get to a T-junction. Turning left will take you to Pabeni Gate and along the same route on to Kruger Gate. Turning right takes you to Numbi Gate. From the T-junction, it is 15 kilometers to Numbi, 14.9 kilometers to Pabeni Gate, and 55 kilometers to Kruger Gate. We turned right to Numbi to broaden our Kruger experience and enter via Numbi Gate. The road to Numbi Gate is full of challenges such as parked vehicles, pedestrians, and some poorly marked and serious traffic calming measures or speed bumps. There is also a much more direct route from White River to Numbi Gate, but we were advised against it due to the hijacking along this route on the 4th of January. The sightings board has no updates for today and only yesterday's sightings were available.
We travelled about 5-6 kilometers along the road from Numbi Gate and we've had our first sighting, which is a real special one. It's not often you get to say your first sighting is one of the Magnificent Eight, the wild dog. But sadly one of them has a snare around his neck and it has been reported, but it's so sad to see.
Very sad. We were so excited to see them, and then when you see the injured animal and you can't help it, it's a horrible feeling.
But let's hope that Sound Parks will get here quickly. There is a number you can phone and they will send somebody, and one of the other private safaris did report that they had reported it, and also the one of the other guests was on the phone to them, so
yeah, all will be okay, I guess.
once we had returned home, we learned that this is not uncommon, and we found a video from the Endangered Wildlife Trust showing the removal of a snare from a wild dog. It's sad to see such a magnificent animal such as the wild dog in a state like this, but good to know that relevant people take the action to reverse what others inflict. The video is linked.
We stopped off at Pretorias Cup Day Visitors area. It is a well looked after facility and has some great amenities. It was sad to see that there was no one using them. For us, it was too close to the entrance gate to be of use, as it was still too early for breakfast. This would be a fantastic spot for anyone wanting to escape the crowds.
From Pretorias Cup we headed off to Sichla Dam. Sichla Dam is named after a ranger from the park, Sichla, one of the first rangers of the Sabi Reserve under Colonel James Stevenson Hamilton. It is a watering hole situated on the H1, and it has had some rare sightings of sable antelope and European honey buzzard.
We hit the road again along the H1 to Transport Dam.
We're here at Transport Dam, and the pickings have been very slim with sightings this morning. Although on the way down here we saw an elephant with an injured trunk, had a bit of a gash on it, so it looked a bit anal and not so nice. And as we're sitting here, there's a couple of waterbuck on the side and quite a big herd, and a few hippos in the water with a fish eagle as well, so pretty nice to stop here. Transport Dam because the Department of Transport made a donation to actually enable this water hole to be built. I'm not sure in which years, but maybe I'll find that out and put it down. But yeah, it's quite a good spot for us to stop today. We all start, Tracy?
Yeah, I think we're going to head off for breakfast, go find that picnic spot, and hopefully the sightings will improve.
Yeah, and hopefully when we stop at the picnic spot it's not going to be a wet one. So we've had quite a bit of rain this morning, and the veld is just looking really, really green all over. Quite thick, so we're not seeing a lot. I'm not sure if that's just because the veld is thick or because there's so much rain, or yeah, but whatever it is, pickings have been slim.
There is no footage from Mathekayane because the wind was so strong. We did not want to spend more time up there, but it is still a great spot.
Okay, we've just had breakfast at
Mathekayane
viewpoint.
Yeah.
We couldn't make it to the picnic spot. It seemed a bit too far, so we decided to eat here. It was quite a busy little spot. Seems everyone had the same idea. Beautiful views.
Yeah, it's a granite boulder, and you drive up to the top of it, and you have a 360 panoramic view of the Kruger. Every bit of land around you belongs to the Kruger Park, so it's an awesome place. I mean, you can see a lot. I'm sure we can see Skukuza from here. We saw a few impala, and we saw 2 elephants just wandering around while we were up here. But if you guys are in the area, I would really recommend you do it. And it's on the H1, I think it's the H12, but it's definitely the H1 after the H3 has joined it from Malalan. So if you're going between Malalan and Skukuza, or Pretorias Cup and Skukuza, it's on your way. And it's only not even about a kilometre out of your way to drive up and back down. So give it a go, guys.
We were pointed to a leopard in a tree just to the north of Sabi River on the H12. As can be expected, there was a large Kruger traffic jam, and sadly the view of the leopard was not much more than a rump in the tree with a tail hanging down. Still, we get to check the box for leopard on this adventure, and we are still awaiting a real sighting when the leopard is out in the open. Next, we were on to Skukuza for a well-deserved ice cream. What we did to deserve that ice cream is yet to be determined.
We stopped at Skukuza for an ice cream after the leopard sighting. Although it's quite windy, it's still quite warm as well. It's ironic that Cape Town, where we left a few months ago, is supposed to be feeling like almost 50 degrees today, and where you would be more heated in the Leopard, we're at 24-25 degrees. So moved on to Lake Panic, and we're going to go in there and hopefully we get some good bird sightings at least. And I'm quite sure I've just heard a hippo. So let's do this, Tracy. Let's go. We had a very productive visit at Lake Panic, and it was quite busy. Okay, so we've only been there twice. This is the second time, and it was the busiest. It was definitely busier than last time. And we saw crocodile. We saw some elephant, which you've probably seen footage of already, and we saw some big crocodiles, and we saw fish eagle and kingfisher. The fish eagle was actually quite good, and then the people that were telling us about the kingfishers from yesterday and the fish eagle, they pointed it out to us today, and we were quite interested in what they had to say. And then they suddenly say, "And did you see the lion?" We went in and got our map out the car, and now we are actually headed off to go and see. So it's on our way out, but it's also closer to Transport Dam, they said. So we're going to take a dirt road, the S65, and we're really hoping that they're there. It's one of the big five we haven't seen yet. Definitely on our bucket list for the day. So how are you feeling, Tracy? Are you eager for this?
So yes, hold thumbs.
Hold thumbs, guys. We're going. So Tracy, what do you have to say for yourself?
We found them.
We found 3 male lions.
They're sleeping under the trees. You can't, so we can just see the backs of them and their mane. So maybe they will show us their face soon.
But we'll show you some footage of them now.
Puke. It's going to poop. Wake up. about 10 meters in from the road. Sat with him for about 2.5 hours. Was amazing.
Yeah, took a little lazy Saturday afternoon. We spent about 2.5 hours just sitting with them, watching them, doing nothing.
They slept, but I mean, there's some movement, some heads, some yawning. One needed the loo in between. It was awesome. Worth every minute of waiting for them to get up and go on their way. It was a great way to end our visit in the park. Park trip. We saw some injured animals, a bit of the rough life in the park. It's a bit heart-wrenching. A snared wild dog and then an elephant with a really badly injured trunk. And unfortunately one of the male lions only had sight in his one eye. So he was totally blind in one eye. But seemed very capable of doing everything else that the others were doing.
Which was mostly sleeping. He seems to sleep happily with one eye. But it has been quite a day. We decided to come in at Nimbi just as we said because of different what's the name? So taking it that the hijacking was there. You know, you kind of like question what is human doing, you know? They injure themselves by trying to steal cars. They injure the animals by snaring them. I think the others are probably natural injuries, but still, you know, it has raised a lot of questions. But all in all, we're on our way back out and we're going out the main gate, which we normally come in on. And so yeah, I think like I said to somebody, a bad day in the park beats a good day in the city, and we had a good day. So we don't have any complaints really. You know, it's besides all the ideas that we had and thinking and all that kind of stuff, it's just the way of life, I guess. Numbigate, in all fairness, sound parks, they, you know, if you come in at Numbigate, I don't think you'd notice anything different than if you came in at any of the other gates that we've been to. But it's just getting there. I tell you what, it is like really, really, yeah, going along, and there's no markings of speed bumps and you hit them. There were dogs in the road, there was all kinds of things. It was just, 500 meters from the gate, everything changed, and you could see that you were in park country. But would I do it again? Probably. I wouldn't recommend lots of people do it. But yeah, I wouldn't stop doing it if I had to. If I had a choice of not doing it, not coming to the park if I couldn't use Nimbi, I'd still come to the park. But I think the next time I want to do a round trip like this, it would probably be back in Baveni and then back out at Baveni or Malalan or Crocodile. Alright, try to see anything else you want to say?
That's about everything. Till next time, I guess.
Yeah, well, leaving you with the fun day. We took a lot of photos today, and in the afternoon we know who got the lion's share. So until next time, cheers.